Imagine a land of twisted trees and endless grasslands, a place where the earth breathes fire and the rivers of a continent are born. This is not a fantasy, this is a real place, a vast and vibrant world hiding in plain sight. It is called the Cerrado. Many people have heard of the Amazon rainforest, with its dense canopy and incredible symphony of life. But right next door lies another natural treasure, a sprawling savanna that is just as vital and even more ancient. The Cerrado is a landscape of subtle beauty, a mosaic of open fields, dense woodlands, and winding rivers. It is a world of surprising resilience and extraordinary creatures. For too long, this remarkable ecosystem has remained in the shadows. Its story has been whispered, not shouted. Yet the Cerrado is a place of immense importance, not just for Brazil, but for the entire world. It holds secrets of survival and adaptation that we are only just beginning to understand. Its twisted branches and deep roots tell a tale of enduring harsh seasons and thriving against the odds. Here, life has found ingenious ways to flourish in a land of extremes. Exploring the Cerrado is like opening a book filled with astonishing tales of nature's creativity. It is a journey into the heart of South America. As we peel back the layers of this hidden world, we discover a place that is teeming with life. It is home to animals that seem to have walked out of a storybook. There is a wolf that stands on long, elegant legs, and a powerful cat that wears a coat of golden rosettes. There are giant, flightless birds that roam the plains like ancient dinosaurs. Each one has a unique role to play in this intricate web of life. Their survival is tied directly to the health of the land they call home. Understanding their lives helps us understand the delicate balance that maintains this entire ecosystem. So, let us embark on a journey of discovery. Let us venture into the heart of Brazil's magnificent and often overlooked savanna. We will explore its vast landscapes, uncover its vital role in sustaining a continent, and meet the incredible animals that have adapted to its unique challenges. The story of the Cerrado is a story of wonder, a story of resilience, and a story of urgent need. It is a world that deserves our attention, our admiration, and, most importantly, our protection. Let us discover the magic of the Cerrado together. The Cerrado is truly enormous. To understand its scale, you must picture a region that covers more than 2 million square kilometers. That is an area larger than Great Britain, France, Germany, Italy, and Spain combined. This immense natural kingdom stretches across the very heart of Brazil, touching the borders of several other countries. It is the largest and most biodiverse tropical savanna on our planet. It is not a single uniform landscape. Instead, the Cerrado is a beautiful mosaic of different environments. It is a patchwork quilt of nature's own design. It features vast, open grasslands where tall grasses sway in the wind. These are known as campo limpo, or clean fields. Then there are areas with scattered gnarled trees, looking like ancient sculptures against the sky. This is the campo sujo, or dirty field. Deeper in, you find the Cerrado sensu stricto, a woodland savanna where the trees are more numerous but still allow sunlight to reach the ground. And in some places, particularly along rivers, dense forests called gallery forests form green corridors through the landscape. This variety is what allows so many different species to thrive here. This massive region sits on a high central plateau in Brazil. This elevated position is incredibly important. It acts as a great elevated plain from which water flows outwards in all directions. Think of it as the roof of the continent. Rain that falls here does not stay. It gathers and begins a long journey, feeding the streams and rivers that will eventually become some of South America's most powerful waterways. The Cerrado is the birthplace of waters that flow north to the Amazon, south to the Paraná-Paraguay basin, and east towards the São Francisco River. Because of its central location and immense size, the Cerrado connects many of South America's other important biomes. It acts as a bridge between the Amazon rainforest to the north, the Atlantic forest to the east, and the Pantanal wetlands to the southwest. This connectivity is crucial for the movement of animals and the flow of genetic diversity. The Cerrado is not an isolated island of nature. It is the vital hub that links and supports the health of an entire continent's ecosystems. It is the beating heart of Brazil's natural world. The Cerrado's most critical, and perhaps least known role is that of a continental water source. It is often called the birthplace of waters or the water tank of Brazil, and for a very good reason. The unique way the soil and plants capture and store rainfall is nothing short of miraculous. The ground here acts like a giant sponge. During the rainy season, it absorbs enormous quantities of water. This water does not just run off the surface, it slowly seeps deep into the earth, replenishing vast underground reservoirs known as aquifers. These underground water stores are the true treasure of the Cerrado. From them, water is slowly and consistently released throughout the year. This steady release forms the springs that are the sources of countless streams and rivers. 8 of Brazil's 12 major river basins originate in the Cerrado. This means that the water that powers cities, irrigates farms, and sustains life for millions of people across South America begins its journey right here, in these high-altitude grasslands and woodlands. The health of the Cerrado is directly linked to the health of these rivers. The plants of the Cerrado are masters of water management. They have incredibly deep root systems, some plunging more than 20 meters into the earth. These roots act like straws, drawing water from deep underground during the long dry season. But they also help the soil absorb more water during the rains, preventing erosion and allowing the aquifers to recharge. The twisted, thick-barked trees you see above ground are only a small part of the story. Below the surface, there is an upside-down forest of roots, working tirelessly to manage the region's water cycle. This function makes the Cerrado indispensable for the continent. The mighty Amazon River, the lifeblood of the rainforest, receives a significant portion of its water from tributaries born in the Cerrado, such as the Xingu and Araguaia rivers. The Pantanal, the world's largest tropical wetland, depends almost entirely on the seasonal floods fed by rivers that start here. Even major cities like São Paulo and Brasília rely on water that originates in this savanna. Without a healthy Cerrado, the water supply for a huge portion of South America would be in grave danger. The climate of the Cerrado is one of distinct and dramatic extremes. There are essentially 2 seasons that define life here, a hot, wet summer and a cool, dry winter. The rainy season, which typically lasts from October to April, brings torrential downpours and lush growth. The landscape transforms into a vibrant green, bursting with new leaves and flowers. This is a time of plenty, when water is abundant and food is easy to find for many animals. The air is humid and heavy with the scent of rain-soaked earth and blooming vegetation. Then, the rains stop. The dry season arrives, lasting from May to September. For months, there may be no rain at all. The sun beats down relentlessly, and the lush greenery fades to shades of yellow and brown. The air becomes dry, and the ground hardens. This period is a great test of survival. Plants and animals must have special adaptations to endure the long drought. Many trees shed their leaves to conserve water, while animals may have to travel farther in search of drinking holes. It is a time of quiet endurance, a pause before the life-giving rains return. The soil of the Cerrado is also quite special. It is generally old, deep, and poor in nutrients. It is also quite acidic, which can make it difficult for many plants to grow. However, the plants of the Cerrado have evolved perfectly to thrive in these conditions. They are efficient at absorbing the few nutrients that are available. The deep soil, while not rich, is excellent at storing the water that falls during the rainy season. This deep, porous earth is the key to the Cerrado's function as a giant sponge, holding water for the dry months and feeding the continent's rivers. Fire is another powerful force that has shaped this landscape for millennia. Natural fires, often started by lightning strikes during the dry season, are a regular and essential part of the ecosystem. The plants here are not just resistant to fire, many depend on it. The thick, corky bark of the trees protects them from the flames. Some plants will only release their seeds or flower after a fire has passed through. These fires clear away dead vegetation, return nutrients to the soil, and create open spaces for new life to begin. It is a cycle of destruction and rebirth. Roaming the tall grasses of the Cerrado is one of its most peculiar and beautiful inhabitants, the maned wolf. This creature is, well, a true enigma. It looks sort of like a fox on stilts, with these incredibly long, slender black legs that help it see over the high vegetation. But, it is not a true wolf, nor is it a fox. It actually belongs to its very own genus, Chrysocyan, which means golden dog. Its coat is a striking reddish-brown, and it has a distinctive black mane of hair along its neck and shoulders, which it can erect when it feels threatened, making it appear even larger. The maned wolf is an omnivore with a surprisingly varied diet. Its long legs aren't for chasing down large prey. Instead, it stalks through the grasslands, using its large ears to listen for the rustling of small animals like rodents, rabbits, and birds. Then, it will pounce on them much like a fox does. However, more than half of its diet consists of fruit. It is particularly fond of a fruit called the wolf apple, or lobeira. This large green tomato-like fruit is so important that the relationship between the plant and the animal is symbiotic. This diet actually makes the maned wolf a crucial gardener for the Cerrado. As it eats the wolf apples and other fruits, it travels over large distances, and then deposits the seeds in new locations through its droppings. This helps to disperse the plants and maintain the health and diversity of the savanna. The seeds of the wolf apple, in fact, germinate much more successfully after passing through the maned wolf's digestive system. The animal is not just a predator, it is a planter, actively sowing the seeds of the forest it inhabits. Maned wolves are solitary and shy creatures. They do not form packs like true wolves. A male and female will share a large territory, but they usually hunt and travel alone, meeting up primarily during the breeding season. They are most active at dusk and dawn, using the low light to their advantage. Their unique appearance and elusive nature give them a ghostly presence in the grasslands. Seeing a maned wolf moving gracefully through the Cerrado is a truly unforgettable experience, a glimpse into the wild soul of this ancient land. Deep within the gallery forests and woodlands of the Cerrado, a powerful and magnificent predator reigns. This is the jaguar, the largest cat in the Americas and a symbol of strength and wildness. While often associated with the dense Amazon rainforest, jaguars also thrive in the varied habitats of the Cerrado. Here, their beautiful coat, covered in dark rosettes or spots, provides perfect camouflage. It allows them to blend seamlessly into the dappled light and shadows of the trees, making them masters of the ambush. The jaguar is an apex predator, meaning it sits at the very top of the food chain. It has an incredibly powerful bite, the strongest of all big cats relative to its size. This allows it to prey on a wide variety of animals. In the Cerrado, its diet includes capybaras, giant anteaters, tapirs, and even caimans, which it hunts along the riverbanks. Unlike many other cats, the jaguar is an excellent swimmer and is very comfortable in the water. It uses the rivers and streams of the Cerrado not just as a source of water, but as a hunting ground. As a keystone species, the jaguar plays a vital role in maintaining the health and balance of the entire ecosystem. By preying on a wide range of animals, it helps to control their populations. This prevents any one species from becoming too numerous and overgrazing the vegetation. For example, by hunting herbivores like deer and capybaras, the jaguar ensures that the plant life along rivers is not completely consumed. This helps to maintain the stability of the riverbanks and the overall health of the forest. The presence of jaguars is a sign of a thriving, complete ecosystem. However, these magnificent cats face significant threats. The expansion of agriculture into the Cerrado has fragmented their habitat, creating isolated pockets of forest that cannot support a healthy jaguar population. This also brings them into conflict with humans, as jaguars may sometimes prey on livestock when their natural food sources become scarce. Protecting the jaguar means protecting the large, connected territories they need to roam and hunt. It means preserving the wild heart of the Cerrado, ensuring that this powerful hunter can continue to perform its essential role for generations to come. The open grasslands of the Cerrado are home to South America's largest bird, the greater rhea. Standing nearly as tall as a person, this flightless bird is a truly impressive sight. It looks much like an ostrich or an emu, with long, powerful legs built for running. Its plumage is a soft grayish-brown, which provides excellent camouflage in the dry grasses of the savanna. Rheas are social birds, often living in flocks of 20 to 30 individuals. They stride across the plains, their heads held high, constantly scanning for danger. The greater rhea is an omnivore with a broad diet. It feeds on leaves, seeds, fruits and insects, as well as small reptiles and rodents. Using its large beak, it plucks food from the ground as it walks. Like the maned wolf, the rhea is an important seed disperser, helping to spread native plants across its territory. Rheas have a fascinating and unusual breeding system. The male builds a nest on the ground and several females will lay their eggs in it. It is then the male's sole responsibility to incubate the eggs and raise the chicks, fiercely defending them from predators. Moving from the open plains to the denser woodlands, we find another, smaller, feline predator, the ocelot. This medium-sized wildcat is a creature of exquisite beauty. Its soft, velvety coat is adorned with a stunning pattern of dark spots, stripes, and blotches, providing it with superb camouflage in the forest undergrowth. Ocelots are primarily nocturnal, spending their days resting in trees or dense thickets. With their large eyes, they have excellent night vision, which is essential for hunting in the dark. They are also skilled climbers and swimmers. The ocelot is a solitary and territorial hunter. It preys mainly on small animals, including rodents, rabbits, birds, and lizards. It stalks its prey silently through the forest floor, or ambushes it from a low branch. As a mid-level predator, the ocelot plays a crucial role in controlling populations of smaller animals, contributing to the overall balance of the ecosystem. Its survival depends on healthy, connected woodlands and gallery forests where it can hunt and find shelter. The presence of this shy and beautiful cat is another indicator of the Cerrado's ecological richness. The Cerrado, this ancient and life-giving land, is in grave peril. It is one of the most threatened ecosystems on the planet. The primary threat comes from human activity. Vast areas of the native savanna are being cleared at an alarming rate to make way for large-scale agriculture, particularly for growing soy and raising cattle. This conversion of natural habitat into farmland is destroying the homes of countless species and pushing many, like the jaguar and the giant anteater, towards extinction. The beautiful twisted trees and rich grasslands are disappearing under the plow. This widespread deforestation has devastating consequences that reach far beyond the loss of biodiversity. When the native vegetation is removed, the land's ability to act as a giant sponge is destroyed. The upside-down forest of deep roots is gone. As a result, rainwater is no longer absorbed effectively. It runs off the surface, causing soil erosion and carrying agricultural chemicals into the rivers. The underground aquifers are not being replenished, and the springs that feed a continent's rivers are beginning to dry up. We are, in effect, turning off the tap for South America. While natural fire is part of the Cerrado's cycle, human-caused fires are a different matter. Fires used to clear land for agriculture are often larger, hotter, and more frequent than natural fires. They can destroy even the fire-resistant trees and sterilize the soil, preventing the native vegetation from growing back. Combined with the increasing frequency of droughts, which may be linked to climate change, these pressures are pushing the Cerrado's resilient ecosystem to its breaking point. This incredible world is fading away before we have even fully understood its wonders. The time to act is now. We must recognize the Cerrado not as empty land waiting to be developed, but as a world-class biological treasure and a vital life support system. Protecting the Cerrado means creating more protected areas, promoting sustainable farming practices that can coexist with nature, and restoring degraded lands. We must raise our voices for this forgotten paradise. Its fate is tied to the fate of the continent's water, its unique wildlife, and ultimately, to the health of our planet. The survival of this hidden wonder depends on us. It is a responsibility we cannot afford to ignore.